what's going on, guys? Welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Happy New Year to everybody who's watching this video. This is the first video in 2020, and I hope there will be a lot of videos. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're old school watcher and subscriber on my channel, thank you for supporting me for all these years. I really appreciate that. So yeah, starting the new year, I'm gonna try to play and test this deck. So this is a Charizard Braixen and Charizard Charizard deck featuring Ninetales and Jirachi. So decided to try it out and see how actually good it will be, and I was very surprised to say that this deck works pretty good. So at the beginning of the video, I'm just going to say that you can probably tweak one John hard for maybe second reset stamp if you want to have more control over your opponent, but overall this deck works pretty well, and it also have plenty of options available. So just in case if you're stuck against Keldeo and if you don't know how to knock it out, you can always use Power Plant to shut it, his ability, and then just use, either way Flare Strike or Brilliant Flare for the knockout. Obviously, we can also attack with the Infinity and just avoid that Keldeo ability, just for example. Overall, with Victini, we can hit for 240 because this deck plays 14 fire energies. So the idea was basically to, use Brilliant Flare and hit for 180 and search the deck for 3 cards. So with the 3 cards, we can easily set up and have that 9 Temptation ability used almost every single turn, which is the whole idea about this deck and how this deck should be used. Then with the Charizard, we can use Double Blaze, hit for 300, or maybe Outrage and Flare Strike. Actually, there is also Victini with, that Infinity, 2 of each Vulpix and Ninetales with a 9 Temptation, 4 Jirachis, and 1 Marshadow. Following up, I'm running also 2 copies of Fire Crystal, and just in case, 1 Great Catcher, because it's always to have Great Catcher because it's such a good card. Just in case if you don't have Ninetales, we can always use it into our favor, but also if we don't have enough energies. 1 Pulpad, so we can recycle back either Gazma and Hala or maybe Welders. 4 Pokegears 3.0 for the setup. I'm running 3 Communications and 4 tag calls, which will allow me to search my deck for 2 tag team cards, which means that I can grab either way Guzma and Hala, or maybe Charizard, or maybe Charizard and Braixen. Additionally, 1 copy of Reset Stamp, which can then be substituted for another John Heart, so we can have actually 2 Reset Stamps and 2 John Hearts with 1 Heat Factory and 1 Power Plant, but I'm running 3-1-1. 2 Guzman and Hala, 4 copies of Welder, and then 1 Choice Helmet that can reduce the damage done to our Charizards for 30. FGX attacks. Escape Board. Well, Escape Board always good to have, and then Weakness Guard Energy ×1, so we can avoid weakness against Keldeos, and 14 fire energy cards. And this is going to be the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. So if you already didn't subscribe, please consider clicking the subscribe button, also hitting the likes up, which will definitely help me out. So that's it for the video introduction. Let's move on to the game test so you can actually see how this deck works in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so I will have pretty interesting opening hand. So basically, there is Guzma and Hala, as well as a Welder available with the effect of the John Heart. Basically meaning that technically I can even start attacking at my turn 1. Let's say with the Outrage, maybe with the Flare Starter, maybe even with the Double Blaze GX. And as the things looks up that I'm gonna play against Melamar deck, it's going to be definitely important to hit as fast as possible. So since I have Welder available in my hand, I'm not going to waste my time, and I'm going to start attacking with my Charizard at the turn 1. That basically means that I'm going to use Double Blaze GX, hit my opponent Jirachi for 200, and basically grab first prize card in the game, which is also going to be important, especially if he miss another Jirachi setup. So that's going to be the case. Additionally, what we have here is a switch. Alright, so he might decide to switch to another Jirachi if he can find another one and put him on the bench. So far he played 2 Mysterious Treasures and 1 Communication, and he decided to retreat on the Inkay. Alright, so he realized the threat of potentially being knocked out by the Double Blaze, and in my opinion that was a good idea. Alright, so I'm not gonna waste my time at all. And since I managed to top deck Welder, I'm gonna definitely go up with 1 Welder play. And there we go. And additionally, I'm gonna get myself 2 Fire Energies. Unfortunately, there is nothing else available in my hand. So let's just go with a Double Blaze. And let's just grab the first knockout in the game. Alright, so, yeah, he can put 4 damage counters with a spell tag, however, I can take the first prize card in the game, and another prize for me is, actually the first prize card in the game for me is a Welder, so immediately he puts another Inkay on the bench. So far he have all 4 Inkays in play, 1 has been knocked out. And that was Stellar Wish for another Jirachi Stellar Wish for a Lily. But he rather decided to go with a Cynthia and Caitlyn, probably gonna grab that Cynthia back into his hand for the next turn play. And so far this looks good. Basically I have 40 damage and I can start using Outrage for 70, which should be enough for the knockout against that Jirachi. And personally I think that he made a mistake putting all 4 damage counters on Charizard, because right now Jirachi is in the range of the knockout. Actually, Jirachi would be in the range of the knockout anyways because of the weakness. My mistake. Alright, so we might see a first Melamar coming into the play. And probably also first Psychic Recharge for one of those Inkays, so you can have potentially free retreat available on the following turn. Nope, there is a switch for Hypnosis. So he rather decided to asleep my Charizard. So if I don't wake up, but luckily I did, I won't be able to attack. Alright, let's just go with another Welder play in this situation. Alright, Tag Call can definitely be useful here. I'm gonna grab myself two Charizards and Braixens. I'm gonna put 1 on the bench. I'm gonna use Communication for another one. And I will try to put one of those Vulpix in play. Actually, what's gonna happen? Let's rather go with Jirachi for now. Let's see what we can find with the Pokegear 3.01, Guzma and Hela. Alright, I'm gonna go with Energy Attachment, and then I'm gonna play another Pokegear for nothing, as expected. There shouldn't be nothing. So with the Outrage, I can hit for 70 and grab another prize card. So right now I'm down to 4 and there is another Tag Call. So if I can manually power up my Charizard and Braixen, I can Brilliant Flare for 180 and set up 3 cards into my hand for the following turn, which is a very important thing. And so far my opponent couldn't even find a way to set up properly. I already managed to take 2 prize cards in this game, and that's the very important thing. However, there is a power plant which is not gonna affect me at all. And 1 copy of Giratina with Atlantis Fishing Board. That's gonna be Inkay and Spell Tag Recycling. Alright, and 1 Psychic Recharge. Probably energy goes to Giratina. Well, nope, he decided to switch once again for Hypnosis. Well, that's the interesting thing. And Cynthia for 6. Alright, so who knows? Maybe he would be in a position to do a damage with the Giratina instead, but he rather decided, yeah, he probably would be able to do it as long as he have energy, but he decided to go for another Inkay. So meanwhile, as my opponent is trying to do something out here, if he won't be able to, yeah, okay, right now he managed to get that sleep advantage. Let's go with a Tag Call. just for now. And with a Guzma and Hela, so I'm gonna definitely discard both Guzma and Charizard in exchange for, let's say, Heat Factory, Escape Board, Weakness Guard, Energy Play. Do we have some energies? Unfortunately, we don't. Alright, I'm gonna reset Hull. Who cares? We can do that. And pass. Since I don't have fire energy, there's not too many things I can do. I mean, yeah, there's not too many things that I can actually do here. The second Melamar just came into play, and we might see 130 damage from the Shadow Impact. So right now my opponent is actually in a pretty decent position. I already used my GX attack. He actually decided to retreat on Jirachi, which means that he might have another switch available in hand, otherwise he won't be able to retreat his Jirachi, and that might be a very bad thing for him. So he definitely needs a switch, and I will assume that he don't have switch available, but he probably runs 4 switch cards as well. So if you cannot switch, you're in a pretty bad position. You're in a pretty bad mood. Alright, so there's another Lily. He already have 6 cards in his hand, and that was a 4th switch. So he used 4 switch cards. I need to flip heads on the coin flip, otherwise that's not gonna be good. Alright, luckily I managed to wake up. Alright. And the top deck was also pretty good. Energy attachment, of course, I almost managed to miss that. Okay, so right now I managed to knock the Giratina out, and I will have 3 price card advantage against my opponent. So the moment he managed to knock my Charizard out, he will goes down to 3 price cards as well. And then I need to find a way to take 3 more price cards before he actually managed to took all price cards before me, which is not going to be super easy. Fighting a welder makes the things looks so much easier, at least for now, as long as he's without a switch option. I'm good, and I will need that Ninetales in play as fast as possible so I can start sniping those Melamars on the bench. Reshi already, Charizard Braixen already with 240 HP left, which means that he needs to double hit them in order to take the knockout. And I will also need my Victini with plenty of energies, potentially to finish the job here and take the victory. Alright, so right now my opponent actually needs so badly. He also plays Necrozma GX, so he can use that GX into his favor for the knockout against Jirachi and Vulpix. Actually against Ninetales for double price card. So he will rather pay the retreat with Jirachi and take the knockout. That was a very clever move. Alright. So Ninetales reset stamp with the knockout against Jirachi would be the best thing I could potentially get. So let's see if we can actually get all of these cards, if we can find that combination of cards. So my opponent in hand is very huge, and if I can limit it down to 3 without draw supporter, I can maybe do something out if I get pretty lucky there. Oh, speaking about getting lucky, Reese's Stamp was a top deck. So I guess I couldn't expect better top deck, to be honest. Fire Crystal, getting some fire cards back, as well as 1 Heat Factory first, getting 3 cards. Alright. Not gonna play Pulpad for now. Let's see if we can actually get Ninetales somehow. Yes, we can. There we go. Fighting a Ninetales will allow me to use Night Temptation for the knockout against that Jirachi. And I can still use my Stellar Wish. Before that, I'm gonna Pulp Pad. 2 Wilders. Having greater chance to find a Wilder seems to be a reasonable option there. And there it is, Wilder. So right now, Tackle is just useless. We don't need it anymore. So what we need here is a knockout against that Jirachi with the Oblivion Flare. And what I'm gonna try to find here with 3 cards are gonna be Wictony, some sort of energy card, and a Fire Crystal. Alright, that combination of cards seems to be reasonable for now. I'm moving down to 2 prize cards. And it is a Fire Energy. So, obvious choice is Giratina Promotion in the active position. 4 energies. So that means that I can hit for 80. There is another Jirachi. My opponent can hit for 130. So I can be down to 160, 190 to 90. Okay, so he should have enough for the knockout. So there is a Shadow Impact. So what I'm gonna need to do here, I need to knock the Jirachi out and then finish the game knocking out his... Alright, so I guess I should have enough resources there. Let's see. Alright, so we're just gonna try to thin the hand as much as possible. So let me see, 1 Welder play onto the... I can even attack with the Nitals if I want, but I will need energies anyways. Another Jirachi, time to put him on the bench. Time to put the Giant Heart, and let's see how many energies we have there. 5 energies, so we can hit only for like 100. And the bad thing is that I couldn't find myself a switch. However, there is another Welder play, and then I'm gonna communicate my Jirachi into the... oh, I put another Jirachi on the bench, so yeah, I actually allow my opponent almost... Yeah, actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyways, because he have that spell tag anyways. But we are not gonna try to target him. Okay. So right now, I'm gonna use Giant Heart, discarding that Power Plant, getting 2 energies, and I still have enough resources for the knockout with the 9 Temptation. Okay, I'm gonna target that Jirachi anyways, but I need to retreat in order to do that onto my Wictony. Discarding 3 energies. Well, let's put down Vulpix anyways, just in case of the worst possible nightmare. And Infinity for the knockout. 360. In translation, 180 times 2. That Jirachi was knocked out. And if my opponent have Great Catcher, then he obviously have Victory in his hand. If not, then obviously we are going to win this game, and that's going to be the GG. So it's all about finding a Great Catcher. So there is a Power Plant. The card won't actually help him out, and that's the GG. So what are we gonna need here? Obviously, I can even attack with my Ninetales. It doesn't matter too much anyways, as long as I have my... Oh no. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Yeah, that was a misplay because I played Welder without finding 2 energies. But in the end, my opponent just decided to concede the game. Obviously, it was a huge, horrible mistake that actually would lead me up to the defeat. So I shouldn't actually attach energy, 1 energy, because I needed 2 of them with the Welder. And yeah, that would be the GG. But at the end, my opponent just decided to concede the game. Obviously, I would try to probably find a switch with that Welder, switch on Jirachi, use Stellar Wish, and just pass the turn for like 1 more turn, allowing my opponent to take the knockout, and then trying to, you know, basically take the knockout. Or maybe just use 9 Temptation on the Melamar on the bench and then just pass the turn for like a turn. Anyways, guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments what you think about this deck list. Till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.